Hey, what up everybody, it's Tuna. I just woke up after my day one grind and basically just wanted to talk to you guys through everything that went right with the build, some things that I tested, all of that kind of stuff. So first of all, Lightning Strike is pretty insane. Like they really did buff it a lot. It was very obvious when I was leveling through the campaign. I got the T16s on a 4 link basically, and it was very easy. Now the single target wasn't amazing to begin with, and it still sort of isn't because I'm using a 300 DPS claw, 300 elemental DPS. It's a really bad claw, but it has a little bit of critical strike, some damage, and it's actually just getting me through just fine for the time being. But I've done either Exarch, I have completed my Atlas pretty much, aside for just a few maps here and there, which I'll have to go through and pick out. Overall, it's really carried me through, and now all I really have to do is get my last two, my last two Watchstones, and then, yeah, start doing my grind. But basically, I just wanted to show you guys what it kind of looks like right now. I'm doing an Atlas right now, which is kind of just like speed farming, Alcan Go type of thing, and for the bosses and that sort of stuff. And right now the main differences with my links as to compared with the guide is that I'm actually using returning projectiles because it's actually pretty decent on clear. Now I'm not 100% certain whether these mechanics are true, but as far as I know, what happens is that you're actually able to hit twice as much with your projectiles, actually more than that, because you're hitting with the projectiles from your melee hit as well as the projectiles from your actual projectile return. So that's like 3 times projectile hit and 1 time melee hit. So in theory, it should be like 70% damage or something like that. But I haven't gone to standard and tested this with self-poison or anything. It's just more like hearsay. But for clear itself, since I am clearing mostly with just my projectiles anyways, this is actually pretty damn nice. And I've swapped this out for added cold or something like that. Now for the rage support is actually really nice because what it does is, it gives you rage. Rage is 30% more damage when it's charged up all the way, but on top of that, it gives you attack speed while you have rage. So it's like increased attack speed as well as rage on hit. And this is something that you absolutely should put in your main links, replace elemental damage with attack skills for this, because what this gives you is, 30% more damage as well as some attack and cast speed. However, as soon as you get an Eldritch Implicit for Rage on hit or a Lethal Pride with Rage on hit, then that's when you're going to be swapping it out for elemental damage with attack skills instead. Multi-strike support to me doesn't really actually feel amazing just yet, but once you get more attack speed and that kind of stuff, then it's going to start to feel a little bit nicer. If I get a claw with T1 attack speed, then yeah, it should feel a bit nicer. The rest of my gear is honestly like pretty bad. I kind of just picked these up off the floor. They're pretty good. The new percent increased life and the new flat life modifiers are insane. Right? Yeah, they're really crazy. I'm using Prism Weave because I have yet to get the Darkness Enthroned, but I did grab a Taming and I actually put this one together myself, and a 6 link as well. My amulet is pretty cool. I dropped this one on the floor as well. It's just a bunch of res and I crafted elemental damage with attack skills. And Dawnbreaker is one that I dropped too on my quest to Exarch. And when I put this on, it was just like a huge buff to my defenses because it gives so much armor. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put quality on it now that I look at it. But yeah, the armor really does help a lot because we kind of are lacking armor. So getting as much armor as we possibly can, it's really gonna help our defenses, since this will like make sure that we're not really dying to small hits, as well as buff your molten shell, which will make your mapping experience feel nicer. And yeah, they basically removed glass blowers baubles from the video game, it feels like. So I actually just spammed instilling orbs on my flasks to get the when charges reach full. My flasks are not fully like actually crafted. Yo, Viridian Wildwood. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm probably just gonna pause the recording here so I don't have to bore you guys with running through the entire thing. Alright, that's kind of unfortunate. I wasn't really able to find my way through the wildwood like I once used to. Guess I'll have to be practicing that just a little bit as the bells go off as well. But yeah, basically, this is kind of what the build looks like right now. And I'm really abusing Ball Lightning Strike. Ball Lightning Strike is so good. Like, just popping this here on the floor when you get like a lot of density, it feels amazing. But yeah, this build has really been it's just been really good. The clear is just as amazing as I thought it was gonna be, you know, with Deadeye's chains and that kind of stuff. And all things considered, because I have really, really bad gear, right? Like I have really, really bad gear, and my weapon is not good either. So the fact that I'm just like able to sort of like clear as well as I do, and I know now that I got like some steroids basically in the form of shrines and that kind of stuff, but I'm usually able to clear my maps pretty damn well, and you can see that the chains are putting in the work, right? Like the chains really, really do put in the work. It's super satisfying. And you can just imagine that like I can get a claw with 800 DPS in like ultra endgame. Maybe no, not 800 DPS, but you can get a claw with a crazy amount of DPS in endgame, which is gonna boost my damage even further. So yeah, like once you get like a super super high end claw, this build is just gonna feel like S tier. And you can see just how crazy this can get even just now. Just with the gear that I have. So yeah, it's been super satisfying and I've really been enjoying it. Now there's a few other learnings from my day one grind that I want to share with you guys. As soon as I finish this clear, I'll basically just talk you guys through the things that I've discovered and the things that let's hope like we don't die to this boss, because I have like actually still negative chaos res. Wouldn't want to embarrass myself in front of my friend. I just dropped bot lightning strike on him and a tornado. Oh, yeah, I've been using tornado a little bit for single target. Oh, he's ghosted, and he's got wisps. Okay, give me a break. Okay, not an ideal showcase, I know, but you guys know how it is. All right, so let me talk you through some of the things that I've done as well. I spent all day yesterday recombing. Guys, recombs, they're just they're just they killed Recombs. They killed them. Recombs, well, I mean, there's maybe some information that we're missing. I don't want to jump the gun and say like they're dead, but they're dead. So basically, you cannot get essence modifiers together anymore. From my findings, you cannot get essence modifiers together anymore. I threw so many claws in here. None of them came back with double elemental damage. The only time it did was when I put a claw that had like an essence modifier and a non-essence flat, and then the essence modifier and non-essence flat went to one claw, but it didn't merge the other essence with it, of course, which I'm trying to get like triple flat elemental damage prefix. But yeah, crafting your claw this way is unviable. It just doesn't work. We have to relearn how to use these, because like as we know right now, they just don't function in the way that they used to. So yeah, I would advise you guys to just like not waste your time like I did, and don't try to merge together essences, because as far as I know, it just doesn't work. That's why I'm still using this piece of shit right now. I'll just probably go out of my way to buy like a new claw for the time being. I just wanted to warn you guys with that. And there's a lot of other tips and tricks about the lead mechanic that I can share with you guys, but that'll probably be in another video in the future. And yeah, overall, this is intended to be sort of like a little update on the guide. And if anybody's still on the fence about League starting Lightning Strike, then maybe that boss kill aside, you guys might be a little bit motivated now to start the build compared to like yesterday or whatever. Anyways, thanks so much for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like, a subscribe or something like that. I appreciate you. Peace out.